Make sure you get your whole head in front of the shotgun. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling.
Wish I had remembered to do this, but yes, truly, to all the people who bitch about this stuff, I kindly ask you to go fuck yourselves. Okay, so not that long ago, someone decided to say, like, hey, this new anime where your sins to be a hero is punishment. Yeah, let's hype that up and also say it's better than Mushoku Tensei, more or less. Which I find kind of funny whenever I see these tourist jerk-offs come around. They strike me as the same type of cunts who like to say religious people are stupid for having a binary moral system, yet act more black and white and narrow-minded when it comes to their own bullshit. It's like, yeah, you make fun of Christians for saying there's right and there's wrong, but then it's like, it's either you do this or you're a bad person. You can only do this or that. You can't do both. From what I've heard, the anime is serviceable. Okay, it's not bad. Well, that's not saying much, though, because most anime I look at is tolerable. I generally do not look at most anime and get annoyed. The closest you get is the Apothecary one. That's mainly because the protagonist girl comes off as kind of an out-of-touch bitch sometimes. But then again, this is a girl who's not exactly all that right in the head. So I guess it's excusable. What was it? Oh, yeah. So, anyone who's going like, oh, Mushoku Tensei is problematic, fuck you. Just plain and simply, fuck you. For the simple reason of this little condescending attitude of yours is very annoying and makes me want to bitch slap you into a coma. And then wait by your bedside in the hospital for you to wake up. Then bang, back in the coma. Wakes up, bang, back in the coma. Sir, visiting hours are bang, I just knocked the nurse into a coma. God. I really cannot stress how much I hate tourists and activists because these fuckers, these motherless whores, who, funny enough, I'm convinced love to bitch about colonialism when they are more guilty of it. Hell, they're a bunch of Christopher Columbus knockoff wannabes. Like, they show up to a hobby they were never in danger of giving a fuck about. Some of them have admitted to this, that they did not give a shit about anime till a recent point. You know, like when the beer bug hit. Thanks for nothing, China. And then they try and they're like, I demand you change those. Yes, God forbid not everything be sanitized bullshit. And if your argument is, Rudy's is such an awful guy. No, he's not. He's not an awful person, because unlike you dipshits, it seems like he at least tries not to be a scumbag, which is more than I can say for most of you. Hell, I've at least read some of the light novels. He's admitted that in his past life he would have done some scummy things with Aisha. But he's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. She's my sister. I can't bring myself to do that. Like, he has done some scummy things. I don't even think you could full on say his story is one of redemption. It's more like just a guy trying not to be too much of a fuck-up. Which, again, I would still say makes him slightly more tolerable than these fuckwits. Or these fuckwits. These fagaloons. These knucklehead McSpazicons. No, I'm sorry, just spazicons. These spazzes need to be slapped. Like, if there was ever an argument that needed to be made that some people deserve to be slapped as a kid, it's them, because I'm guessing these people didn't have a father growing up, or if they did, their father must have been one beta male bitch with the way they conduct themselves. Then again, that's a presumption on my part. But like, anime is full of characters who do not have the best of qualities. Hell, some of them are perverted, like Rudius. Some of them are kind of vindictive, like Lee Unfo Borfort, who, honestly, I find kind of refreshing. I despise the characters that are all humble. Like, full-on humble every 10 seconds. It drives me up a wall. That's why I like people like Naofumi Iwatani, who holds a grudge, for the most part. So, these are not perfect people, but then again, that's probably why these dipshits don't like them, is because usually when I see them complain, it's coming from someone that later on it turns out either has a skeleton in their closet or really does not live in the real world. Also, I find these people kind of annoying because they would rather have everything and anything sanitized. There cannot, like, God forbid the world not feel as safe as your bedroom, which you apparently couldn't just stay the fuck in and shut the fuck up. Like, that's why we get shows in Japan and anime that we like. Hell, there's some, like, these people bitch about fan service. I don't see you bitching about fan service when it involves men being objectified. Hell, I wasn't even a fan of the fan service, but you know what? Have more of it. Inject more of it in every possible way. I want to subsidize the people in Japan to make more fan service. The kind of fan service that would give these douchebags a heart attack if they saw even 1 second of it. God. And, like, yeah, no, these are people just shit stirrers. These are shit stirring cunts who get off on stirring the shit, or either that, or again, the Columbus comparison. These are people who show up to a land they were never in danger of being involved when they're given a shit about, but they liked what they saw. They thought we could make money off this, and we want to basically kick out the problematic, to use their pussy words, people out because they can't have anything. We have to have everything. It's like, no.
Because we tried to be nice to you non-smokers. We fucking tried, okay? You wanted your own sections in the restaurants. We gave you that, huh? But that wasn't enough for you. Then you wanted the airplanes. We gave you the whole goddamn plane. You happy now? You own the fucking plane.
No, you can't. I can tell you to fuck off. That is one of the few lessons Trump kind of showed that I wish more and more people had learned sooner. You can tell these people to fuck off. You do not have to play their stupid... This is the lesson I wish the game industry had learned. You could have told these hippies to fuck off. And people would have still played your shit. Hell, you were doing good before they showed up. Now it's a shithole. Like, it's a boring, sanitized shithole. Like, why do you think so many indie games are cropping up and doing well? God. Like, it's gotten, like, the mainstream games now are made by basically what amounts to a bunch of Jeff Keighley's, a bunch of soulless parasites. Of snake oil salesmen and used car salesmen, basically. Todd Howard, sorry. Neil Paglia. Sorry, what's wrong with me today? So yeah, no. That was the lesson that you should have learned after 2060 is like, you do not have to play these people's stupid games. You can tell them to fuck off. Hell, honestly, telling them to fuck off is the nice option. I would rather have all of them slapped in the face once a day. I would rather it be legally allowed that if you saw these people in public, you were allowed to slap them or punch them once in the face. For the crime of existing. Because these people, usually when I see them, they are nothing but rat people. They look like bridge trolls with their nose rings. Which honestly kind of makes me feel bad for the bridge trolls. Imagine being compared to these pricks. It's kind of like why I feel bad for goblins. Imagine there's some dipshits out there that unironically could make a comparison between you and a race, which then makes it to where you could be compared to Jon Stewart's pussy ass. God. I wouldn't just be offended. I would be infuriated. It's like, wait a minute. You're comparing me, a guy who murders and steals and does other unpleasant things. Did I say goblins or goblins orcs? Goblins, I meant. You're comparing me, the guy who steals and does horrible things, to this spineless dickhead who sits in a suit, who sits in front of a microphone all day? Now, fuck you. How dare you? You were off my Christmas card list. Like, I would be offended to be locked in with them, but that's beside the point. Like, the game industry and the anime industry, they have a common... The difference is the anime industry at least told these people to fuck off. I mean, the sad part is they never stop, and Americans who don't even give a shit about this, who are going along with it, they're just going to enable it. That's why I'm annoyed with all this bullshit with the payment processors who are fucking with it. I'm like, okay, whatever the blowback of this is on all you dickheads, I look forward to it with the biggest erect cock in hand. I'm going to laugh as I watch you have your shit righteously pushed in. Like, there isn't a guy with a fist big or angry enough to convey how much I want these people to suffer a hard blow. Kind of like Movie Bob. The difference is, if someone hit Movie Bob, their hand might get stuck. There, he'll eat it. Hard to say. And I'm hopeful anime still stays this way. I like what I've seen from anime and manga. The downside is some of the mangas and animes I like don't always get finished. Not always, anyway. Some of them start out as light novels and the author dies. Probably because conditions in Japan ain't the most ideal at times. Never mind the fact that you have to work yourself into an early grave, probably, and, well, in some cases. Or you just die because, I don't know, you weren't taking care of yourself. I mean, look at Berserk. That poor bastard was, like, even when he was still working, he was struggling through a disease that was killing him, for the most part. And honestly, even then, they are still a step above most of the dipshits we have in America. Like, Chuck Wendig sucks. Mark Wade, he definitely sucks. Then again, these two also come off as psychopaths who make shit up and lie about people. Tom King? Yeah, no, I'm not even going to bother with that one. The few comics of his I read were not the greatest. They were tolerable, but not great. And then, like his Mr. Fantastic one, it was likable at first, then it kind of went off the rails last I checked. Hell, the only comics I got were made by guys who weren't even that great. Like Red Hood. His comics for Rebirth and New 52 were made by Scott Lobdell, who is not the best of writers from what I remember. But at least he was tolerable. He was doing okay for the most part. Then he got Me Too'd, which if it's true if he wasn't guilty of it, I hope the woman who accused him gets sued to shit. So, like, manga is made by people who are possibly going to die before they finish it, and there's no telling if they'll get someone to finish it on their behalf afterwards. And yet they are doing better than the American comic makers. Hell, the ones in France also do pretty well, but then again, it's France. They have to maintain the illusion of cultural and sophistication somehow. They're the Altmer of Earth. The difference is I don't want to genocide the French. They're doing that to themselves just fine. The Altmer, I would like to send Pellin a watch streak on each and every one of them. It'd at least be funny to see this man go full Goblin Slayer on their asses. But yeah, France, they also have good comics. I'm pretty sure I've recommended a few of them on my channel. But they are okay. And these fuckers who ruin everything, they're like a plague. They're like Californians. They do not learn a lesson. The only lesson it's a bit like a psychopath. The only lesson they learn is how to not get caught. Or at least try to get caught. It's like with Sniper Wolf, that bitch. Like, her apologies kind of show this where she's basically like, I'm sorry you're mad, basically. Hell, it's a stone's throw. It was a stone's throw from basically sounding like, I'm sorry about your big noses. I'm sorry about how greedy you all are. And most of all, I'm sorry about your underhanded backstabbing ways. Your number one Jew fan, Mel Gibson. Oh, wait a minute. That kind of went further. That's what these people are to me. These are a bunch of psychos who, it's like with the localizers. The shit they did that pisses people off, they have seen people push back against it time and time again and walk away, and they still do it. These are people who care more about ideology than making money or doing their fucking job. It's why I have no sympathy for them when I hear about the idea of them losing their fucking jobs to AI. Yeah, the AI can take your jobs. You deserve to lose everything, quite honestly, because it shows your activism as a fucking modern hippie is more important than doing your job and making money and not burning bridges with customers, you fucking troglodytes.
They can go fuck themselves. I hope every one of these people gets fired. I hope they all never find a job again. I hope they die in a fucking gutter.
So, fuck these people. Fuck the, was it Tim Schafer's of the world? Well, not Tim Schafer. I can't remember his name now. But basically, the man bun colony, the manlets who apparently like their soy a little too much in their lattes. Yeah, no, you guys can fuck right the fuck off. This anime that they tried to prop off at the expense of Mushoku Tensei, I think it would have still had people watching it regardless because it's anime. Like, there is a fan base for anime regardless who watched it. Hell, even then, they still, whenever something new comes up, some people will eventually see it, and then they tell other people, and so on and so forth. I just think this is a case of they wanted to stir the shit again because some Reddit tartar was already doing that. And they thought, this can't prosper without tearing something else down. It's kind of like when I think Angry Cops exposed the bullshit going on with Buffalo. There's like, this guy can't do something without suffering a little, so fuck him. Let's tear him down. Fuck the kids. We don't care if he's trying to protect children. No, fuck that. I think it's that. It's like, no, this has to be torn down because I guess the idea of something coexisting is a foreign concept to them, that or they just hate the idea of it. Like, no. You can't have one thing be built up without destroying someone else. If this person has to eat, this person has to starve. It's like, Yeah, no, we can't have a black character do well on their own. We have to tear someone else down to do it. Like, yeah, no, the blacks can't do well on their own. We have to steal shit from the whites and everyone else. That's what this sounds like to me. Whenever I look at these fuckers, they are doing this intentionally because they thrive on horrible things happening. They're a bit like, funny enough, they're a bit like what they would accuse Bush of being, a warmonger. Well, in this case, it's a subculture war, not an actual war. So, yes, to the fake fans, the tourists, the pretenders, I don't know, shit stains who think you are something, fuck you. You are not important. Anime News Network is a bit like you. I remember the first time I learned about them when Shield Hero came out. They showed themselves to be especially retarded. Like, you people, like, yeah, these fuckers are really stupid. Whether it's hipsters, journalists, it's like, journalists, thank you for proving why you were going out of business and why I take great joy in the thought of it. Pretenders, tourists, people who make the normie solution seem more and more reasonable, thank you for proving what utter contemptible cunthoods you are. To the actual anime fans, I hope you had fun. Hope you're still enjoying it. This whole Sins to be a Hero anime, I hear people have been enjoying it. I probably will too at some point when I get around to it. I don't think there was going to be a problem with getting people to watch it regardless, because, again, it's a new anime. Someone's going to check it out eventually. And I just find it really asinine that they tried to compare the two. Like, oh, well, this one's better because it doesn't have the problematic aspects of Mushoku Tensei. It's like, one fuck stick, these two are not comparable. Mushoku Tensei, for one, is an isekai about a guy in a world where I wouldn't even say he's the full-on hero. He's one of many people doing things that eventually is to the world's benefit, but he is not the exclusive hero. Hell, I've seen him get his ass handed to him. Like, one time he nearly died. I mean, granted, heroes in general do that, so... But yeah, no, these are not comparable. One is about the adventures of a guy, a single person, with occasional detours with two other characters just to see what happens to them in relation to them coming back into his life. That or in a spinoff. The other is about a bunch of people who are condemned to and made heroes, because in this world, I guess, being a hero is a punishment, which... I mean, yeah, being a hero isn't always nice, contrary to what some dipshits with protagonist syndrome may think. But that's my thought, is just, tourists fuck off. We don't want your Columbus ass here. The only difference is we actually have means of fighting back that doesn't involve actual warfare. And also we have a wheel. And we can... Also, blankets will do you no good against us. Anyway, I'm sorry, I had to get that out of the way. Yeah, whenever these fuckers show up, I have some non-casino related reservations about them. Probably going to hell for that, but fuck it. Have a nice day, and Yamo hit. Except for you hipsters, I wish you the worst. Bye-bye.
Stores looted, people stampeded, and cattle wrecked. Now the time has come to act, and act fast. I'm leaving.